Welcome to my video on how to ethically use ChatGPT to make your life as an instructor easier. There are lots of options when accessing ChatGPT, especially from a browser, but chat.openai is free and it's the one that I use the most. Every year I write more letters of recommendation, and sometimes these take me up to an hour or two to write something that I feel is good enough for the particular quality of the student. Okay, so we're starting a new chat and we want to write a letter of recommendation for a student. You can just type this in cold and write a generic letter of recommendation for a student, and ChatGPT will actually do that, and it'll give you sort of a fill-in-the-blank model. And you can see it's generating this. It's doing it very formally, and you can fill in the blanks. This is just sort of the boilerplate version. However, if you want something a little bit more specific, you can ask for a more specific prompt. So you can do something like this. You can say, please write me a letter of recommendation for a specific student applying to a specific program, and then include some facts about the student and how you know them. And then it will write you a much less general response. And once you have this response, there's lots of things you can do with it. Obviously, you can write additional things in there. You can edit it. You can actually ask ChatGPT to make it shorter. You can give it a word limit. And every time you generate this, it's going to be slightly different. The other thing you can do is you can feed it a bunch of recommendation letters you've already written by pasting the text into the actual chat, and then have it rewrite a letter based on letters you've already written with new information. So all of these make it pretty simple. All you have to do is ask the student to give you the information that you need to put into the letter, and it'll write you a very nice, very custom letter for that student in, as you can see, like well under a minute or two. And if you want it to sound more like you can teach it to sound like you by feeding it old letters. So that's how you write a letter of recommendation. I can get these done now in under 5 to 10 minutes, including all the editing, and they end up looking pretty much the same as the ones I was spending, hours poring over. So this saves me a lot of time. Are you auto-captioning your videos with YouTube or Canvas Studio? ChatGPT can make sure they're ADA compliant in minutes. Okay, so let's say you have a video in YouTube that you want to correct the captions for. YouTube auto-captions, but it doesn't always meet ADA compliance, including especially this punctuation, spelling, all of the capitalization, all of that stuff. So you want to go to the video details, you want to go to subtitles, and you want to edit. Okay, you can edit these by taking all of this, select the whole thing, copy it, throw it into ChatGPT. We'll make a new chat. And then say, please edit this. Okay, then ChatGPT is going to go through this and edit this. Look, we had no punctuation before, now there's tons of punctuation. This is actually how fast it does it in real time. Now it's pretty much put all the punctuation in so that students that need ADA compliance will be able to read this nicely. Okay, so then you go back to your video subtitles and you paste what we wrote in ChatGPT back in here. It's even done some of the symbols for us, and then we publish. Now all we have to do once we have uploaded these new ones, and these are the published ones, is wait for it to generate the timings, or you can go in and do the timings yourself. But YouTube will actually match the timings with the text pretty well, and it should be up and ready to go by later that day or the next day. Grading with a rubric is really useful, but not super personal. If you want to leave personalized comments, ChatGPT can help. Let's say you find yourself in SpeedGrade or on Canvas in one of the discussion forums, and you want to give some valuable feedback, but you're tired of copying and pasting and you want it to be personal. Well, it's as simple as just putting this into the chat, pull that into ChatGPT, and put write a response with praise. And look, you can do this and then you just copy it into the comments section, and now you're done. Skip past writer's block by having a robot draft your emails and responses. Let's say you want to send a weekly announcement of all the stuff that's due for your class that week and just remind students what's going on. You could write me an announcement with the following due dates. All right, and you can make this, if you like this one, you can leave it like that. You can say rewrite this, but shorter. And that would be better. And you can have any sort of word limit in between. So yeah, you can add any details, you can add your own details, you can type in just any kind of summary, and it'll give you something nice. Need to gather some information fast? You and your students can use AI to. Let's say you want to send a weekly announcement of all the stuff that's due for your class that week and just remind students what's going on. You could write me an announcement with the following due dates. Homework Friday, videos by Wednesday, and test next week. Announcement to students. All right, and you can make this, if you like this one, you can leave it like that. You can say rewrite this, but shorter. And that would be better. And you can have any sort of word limit in between. So yeah, you can add any details, you can add your own details, you can type in just any kind of summary, and it'll give you something nice.